And now, your NBC26 Storm Shield forecast with meteorologist Gino Recchia.
Well, before we get into all the crazy weather that's going to be heading in this way, how about the temperatures that we saw today? We got into the upper 40s and some of us even into the mid 50s. Now in Green Bay, a temperature of 49 degrees. We haven't seen those warm temperatures since late October. That was 63 days ago. But things are changing and we're going from spring back over to winter. It started off a little bit foggy this morning. Then we did see breaks in the clouds and even some sunshine out there. That's a nice little taste after all this cloudiness we've been sticking around here. But the clouds are going to be building in once again. Might even have some fog in parts of the area before we talk about some snowfall after some heavy rain. But here's the winter weather advisories in effect. Fond du Lac, Sheboygan counties, Marquette, Green Lake up towards Door County, and then areas from Wapaka towards Oconto County, Marinette, Menominee, Michigan. Farther to the northwest you live, the higher totals you will be seeing, especially closer towards the UP state line. It is clouding over as we speak. We had one center of low pressure pass through last night. That brought in that first heavy round of rainfall as many of us were getting ready for bed last night. Now we got a new center of low pressure right now developing over northern Indiana. This is going to start to curve a little bit up to the northwest. So while the rainfall right now is moving more so north-northeast, eventually this is going to start to turn towards the northwest and impact all of us overnight tonight. And this is the round of moisture that will turn over to snowfall by the morning hours tomorrow. But first, in the form of rain, we have to monitor the potential for flooding. A flood watch is in effect until tomorrow. So we have to watch out for any rivers or streams that start to overturn their banks. Now we get into the skycast. Here comes the rainfall overnight tonight. Right around 11 p.m., midnight, that's when we see that move through. Continues into the morning hours, but as we get right around sunrise, the heavy precipitation, the colder air wrapping around this system, it's going to see a quick changeover to snowfall by the time we get around, I would say, 7 to 9 o'clock in the morning. And this light snow will stick around. But first, here's the rainfall. Totals about a ½ inch to over an inch on top of what we have already seen. So the ground's already soaked. Let's see how this ends up occurring and how our soils and the rivers are going to handle it. Now we go into the late morning hours into the early afternoon. Temperatures initially will be above freezing, so the snow will have to come down at a good rate for it to accumulate at the surface. But as we get towards the afternoon, temperatures will be hovering in just near or below freezing and continue to drop into the afternoon and evening hours. Snow continues into right around midnight, but after so, as we get into the overnight by Tuesday morning, it's just a couple flurries that we're going to be seeing sticking around for the beginning of New Year's Eve. Snowfall accumulation, I'm going most of us 3 to 5 inches. A few locations could get upwards of 6, going about 5 to 8 inches far to the north. And then right along the shoreline from Manitowoc towards Sheboygan counties, could see just a touch less, about 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches of snowfall. Right now, it is still mild, so clearly not cold enough for snow. That's why we're starting off with rainfall. But up to the North Antigo Mountain, they are in the lower to mid 30s, still just a degree shy of 50 in Fond du Lac. But those temperatures will begin to fall, cooling off into the lower 30s by the morning hours. Heavy rain at times. And then we turn over to a rain-snow mix and then eventually snowfall by the mid-morning to late morning hours. Winds will be breezy out of the southwest, 10 to 20, gusts near 30. That's not going to be too pleasant if you're out on the roads. Keep in mind, 27 for a high temperature on New Year's Eve, getting back into the low 30s on New Year's Day. We slowly climb up into the mid-30s on Thursday and Friday. Now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's a couple of week rounds of a wintry mix, snow, a little rain that's going to pass through. Right now, nothing that seems too worrisome. It's really the system tomorrow that we're going to have to monitor and see how it forms.
All right, so for those maybe going to work overnight tonight, be careful of those roads and the rain.
Yeah, the rain, certainly you're going to use the wipers to move the rain tonight, and then you'll use the wipers for the snow tomorrow.
Good tips. All right, thanks, Gino. We'll still head